So now that we're finished with the wooden stand, we're going to install the metal stand on the 8-point blind. So if you're buying the 8-point blind in a kit form, you will install the exact same way as you did that one. You'll put the floor upside down and install the legs. This one we have on a lift, and we're going to install it that way, but it'll be just upside down if you'll be installing with the floor upside down on the floor.
Now, if somebody wants to put the wooden legs on, that's best for flat ground, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the metal legs, what are the advantages here?
So the metal legs actually extend. They'll extend up to 11 foot. Okay. So if you're on uneven surface, you can be on a hill, you can have these legs up here at 8 foot, you can extend the back legs up to 11 foot. Or if you want your stand higher, you can have the stand at 11 foot, have all your legs fully extended.
Okay, excellent. So if somebody wants to do the metal legs from start, they would do it the exact same way that we did the wooden legs with the floor upside down before turning it over to put the whole thing together.
Correct.
All right, very good.
All right, ready to get started? Okay, so now we're ready to start with the bracing around the perimeter and also putting the bolts in the legs. We have 3 different size bolts. We have the 2 3/4, which are for the landing, and then we have these which are going into the perimeter, and these are for the legs. When you extend them out, there's obviously 2 holes in each leg that you will put these through along with a nut.
Okay, which one are we doing first?
So we're doing these on the legs first.
Okay. So that goes all the way up to 11 foot, and then the other advantage, of course, is where the wooden one is really more for flat ground.
Yes.
This one
you can set up that the front, like the door side, would be at 8 foot, and the back side has a drop of like 11 foot. You just extend the back legs out further.
Very good. And what are we going to be doing now?
So now we're going to install the 2 legs that go by the stairway. These 2 legs are different than the back side because they have these little holes on either side. They have this bracket, which that is actually where the platform goes into. This here will slide right into there after we have the leg up. So just make sure that you have these 2 legs in the proper position when you're installing by the front door.
And again, if somebody's doing this without a lift, all they have to do is just take a look at what we did with the wooden one and put the legs on before they turn the whole thing over.
Correct, yeah. They just need to flip the floor upside down and place the legs in the proper position and do all the bracing and obviously flip the stand upright.
Very good. So now we're putting the platform in, and this is the door side of the hunting blind, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now it depends on if it's a 5 foot or 6 foot as to where this goes. Is that correct?
Correct. So a 6 foot hunting blind, you will keep the legs flush with the block here. You'll keep that side flush. On a 5 foot, you'll stay all the way out before fastening. So a 6 foot is in at that position, and a 5 foot will keep out all the way out to the skirt of the blind.
And this is a 5 foot, so that's where you're going to keep it.
Correct.
Okay.
So now we're just going to place the landing. This end slides in. That'll receive that. And while I hold this, we'll bring the other leg up. And this actually goes right into there. And you can actually just hold this while your helper puts the nut on. So David's going to put the nut on that end and just keep it loose at this point. Just hand tighten it, just get it started, and then that's good. And then we'll slide that into position.
And which bolt is that now? Is that the 2 and a?
This is a 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah. So all the legs get 2.5s. So now we're installing the back legs. These are just exactly the same as the front, except we don't have the brackets. These are just, they don't have the flange on the
Right.
side.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to start with the perimeter bracing. You're going to want to grab one of these angles with the short bolts.
Okay.
And they will go on the inside. Go ahead.
And they just put all 4 around then.
Correct. So now we're ready for these cable bracing. So these will, on a wooden stand, you have the 2x4 bracing for the X's. This will actually be cables. It's very simple. You just hook the top. You hook it on there. Bring this end down. And after you have them all installed, it's like a turnbuckle. You just turn it until it's tight. So these are the rails for on the side. Do you want to hop up on the platform, David? And they'll go in that position, and you'll want the short bolts